Okay, the jab cross is simple, but we're going to make it just a little bit different now. The double jab, okay? Everyone knows the double jab, all right? But what we've got to do is we've got to just make the steps slightly different. And this is a great little drill to really sort of turn on your foot and hand coordination, okay? So here we're going to step, step, okay? Whereas before with that first jab we did step, okay? Now we're going to do 2 half steps. Okay, it's subtle but significant. Step, step. That's the double jab. As I do this, I'm pumping my lead elbow forward and back. Okay, so from here, stance, balance, guard. I move forward, double jab. Then I can bring my rear foot up into my stance to throw that cross. Okay, I'll start that one again. I double jab. Notice that elbow pumping back to the ribs. Okay, double jab. Okay, I double jab, cross. And we're going to have the same movement square as the previous lesson. Okay, so I've moved forward, now I'm moving to my left. Double jab, cross. Every time I bring myself back, I check in with myself. Stance, balance, guard, it's all there. We can move on. Moving back this time, remember, lead hand, rear foot when you're moving back. Double jab, cross. Moving to my right, okay, so rear side, lead hand, always the tricky one. Double jab, cross. Okay, the lead hook. The lead hook is a very powerful punch. But there's a few technical subtleties that are very significant when we do it. So number one thing is we have to make a good structure with our arms, because it's not our arm that does the punching. The arm is just what hits our opponent. What actually makes the punch happen is the rest of the movement. So we've just got to build a good structure with our body and then let the rest of us do the work. Okay, so into your stance, balance, guard. Okay, for the lead hook, my left in this case, we bring our elbow forward, okay, making sure the hand does not drop below the chin level. We lift the elbow up so that the elbow and wrist are on the same line. And now I'm going to rotate the lead foot as inward, 90 degrees, as if I'm snuffing out a cigarette. Back again. Okay, one thing we need to make sure of is that we're not bringing this hand back all the way here, okay, like Miss Piggy about to slap Kermit. No, if you do this, you're in danger of dislocating your shoulder. I've seen it happen a couple of times and I don't wish it to happen to you, so make sure that this hand only comes out to here. All we need to do is we need to get around somebody's guard, around that way. Or that way as the case may be. Okay, so we don't need to come from all the way out here, we just need to get around this bit here. Okay, we up, we out, up, rotation and back. Okay, notice that I'm not bringing the arm all the way out and my elbow and wrist are on the same line. The reason why we have this is if I'm punching this way, I can damage my wrist and my elbows. If I'm punching this way, I can damage my wrist, my elbow, my shoulder. Okay, it's really important that we have this. Okay, so from there, as I said, we're just building a structure and the rest of us does the work. It's this motion that creates power. Okay, nothing to do with this. It's not the arm that does the punching, it's the body. The arm just transfers the power from your body into your opponent or into your target, whatever that may be. Now, a big question that I get asked is, which way should my hand be? Should I have my thumb upward? Should I have it inward? Should I have it downward? Now, there's a rule of thumb, quite literally in this, whereby I need to be hitting with my peace knuckles. Okay, so these two right there. Okay, those are the knuckles that must land as they align with the radius bone in my arm. and so on and so forth. Okay, so I need to be hitting with those. Now, when I have my wrist locked into position, okay, I can't hit with those knuckles if I have to throw it a long way out. So I need to bring it into here. So if my target is about here in front of me, that's good. I can hit here with the thumb up. If my target is a little further out, I'll hit with my door knockers and they can break easily. So I need to turn it in here, lining it up with those two knuckles. If my target is further yet, I may need to turn it over even further. Now, the Soviet style is to turn the knuckles over no matter where. So no matter where you are, they turn the thumb all the way down regardless. So it's kind of where you feel comfortable, but we just got to have those knuckles hitting. When we're landing that punch, okay, it's really important, as I was saying, land with those peace knuckles. So here's just a quick demonstration. If I'm closer to my target, my thumb can be up and I'm able to land with those peace knuckles here. Okay, as I get further away, if I land here, when my wrist is going to be nice and taped up, I can't be bending my wrist, otherwise I could break it. So here, I've got to turn down like so. And yet further back, I can't hit there either because I'll land with my thumb, and the thumb is quite brittle, especially at this angle. You can break that thumb very, very easily. So I need to turn it over. And you may see your favorite MMA fighters doing this. In MMA gloves, where there aren't any fingers, where there's no protection on the fingers rather, it's very, very important that you don't hit like this. Not only can you hit somebody in the eye, which is illegal and just a little too much damage than we're prepared for, but you can, as I said, break your fingers really, really easily. It's very important that you learn to hit with your peace knuckles, okay? And as I was saying, the Soviet system, they turn it over no matter where. Some Soviet systems, not all. Now for the step and hook, okay, so we had that one just basic off the mark, that was easy enough. But now as I want to cover some ground when I do it, again I'm pushing off the back foot, stepping with the lead and rotating through here. Like so. Okay, small step forward. I don't need to go overthrowing here. I just need back to there. I can here and move forward. Same, I can move back. Okay, I won't be able to get that rotation through the lead foot, but I can still step back and throw that hook. Okay, so I can move forward and back. Okay, so that's the step and hook. So the rear uppercut is a very good punch because of the awkward angle that it comes from. Not so much awkward, but hard to read. Okay, so we get back into our stance, attain your balance, get your guard. For this one, the rear, in my case my right, in a southpaw's case their left, we just start by relaxing the bicep. Drop it down to about halfway. Okay, not here, and definitely not pulling the elbow back. That will give your opponent time to see it coming and they'll just avoid it at all costs. So from here, we just relax, and then the same hip and shoulder and foot movement that we did for the right straight, we do that, but we bring that uppercut up and vertical, on that vertical line. Some people in the beginning make the mistake of bringing the uppercut across here. That's not going to land on your opponent because your opponent will have their guard here. Your idea is to go into the chin and out the top of the head. Okay, again, people make the mistake of really tensing up their bicep and shoulders for this. But the bicep will not make this punch work. You really need to keep it relaxed. Up and through. If I tense my bicep, I will end up just coming back on myself. Okay, and while punching yourself in the head may not hurt much, it's definitely going to make you look very silly. Okay, so just from there, relax, rotate through and bring it up. Now we're going to add that into a combo. We're going to use the previous punch, the lead hook, and follow it up with the uppercut. Uppercuts and hooks share a real symbiotic relationship. Okay, we'll get into a bit more detail about that a little later, but we're going to have hook, uppercut, and we can have uppercut, hook. Okay, making sure that you're moving your feet. Hook, uppercut, reset, hook, uppercut, and uppercut, hook. Okay, now we'll add that to the movement square that we did earlier. So if we set our feet, stance, balance, guard, hands on chin, etc. Okay, we can step forward, jab, uppercut, hook. Set your feet, stance, balance, guard, jab, uppercut, hook, stance, balance, guard. Moving back, always a tricky one. Lead hand, rear foot, jab, uppercut, hook. Set your feet, stance, balance, guard, to the right, jab, uppercut, hook. And then we can speed it up a bit. Jab, up, hook, jab, up, hook, jab, up, hook. Now we want to try doing that without the need to set your feet every single time. So we want to just flow through that square as best we can. Okay, and that's the movement square with the uppercuts and hooks.